I'm from Buffalo, Minnesota.
I am from Sartell, Minnesota.
Clarendon Hills, Illinois.
In Maine.
I am from Wadena, Iowa.
Springfield, Missouri. I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Geneva, Illinois.
A lot of deer, maybe some corn.
Probably barbecue chicken.
Spaghetti. My mom makes that a lot and I like it.
There's an Italian restaurant downtown, so maybe the Italian food. Let's see, Einstein Bagel Bros is down there.
Steak.
Potatoes, gravy.
Probably chicken, potatoes, and steak.
Crops. The corn. Probably spaghetti and meatballs and like a nice garlic bread.
A lot of corn here in Iowa.
KFC. And I think of like fried chicken and stuff.
Corn. Yeah, wheat.
Corn.
Corn.
Corn. Corn. Okay, sure.
Many people in the United States consider corn and its byproducts to be an important part of our culture's diet. According to the National Corn Growers Association, each American consumes 25 pounds of corn annually. In order to fully analyze what corn tells us about our culture's relationship with nature, we must first look at the origins of this abundant crop.
Botanists from the University of Wisconsin discovered that the corn we have today closely resembles a plant called teosin. Teosin is a Mexican grass characterized by its skinny ears with just a dozen kernels wrapped inside a stone-hard casing. These botanists traced corn's DNA back to the type of teosin from the tropical central Balsas River Valley of southern Mexico, suggesting that this region was where corn originated.
So how did it get to the Midwest? Over thousands of years, groups migrated north, bringing corn with them. The crop eventually made it to the Midwest region, where it thrived in the relatively flat grasslands that are typical of the area.
Now this region of the U.S. is called the Corn Belt. The Corn Belt covers eastern Nebraska, eastern Kansas, Iowa, and Illinois. Currently, Iowa is the leading state in the production of corn, followed by Illinois.
Another important part of agriculture in the Midwest is the production of pork. In 2011, nearly 21 billion pounds of pork were processed from about 10 million hogs. Iowa is the leading pork producer in the nation, with a gross state product of $4.1 billion.
Nature means going outside in the lake, fishing, walking through the woods, trying to find a turkey or a deer. Just being outside, really.
Flowers, lots of corn and wheat because it's kind of a farm town. Yeah, just a lot of farmland and grass, I guess.
Lakes, pine trees, green grass.
I used to have a huge tree in my front yard, so probably a tree.
Pine trees, forests, hiking, just being outdoors.
And wild animals everywhere. So.
Probably squirrels. See them all the time. And some deer. Rivers, lots of trees, kind of just like fall, like really beautiful leaves and stuff.
In recent years, agriculture has become increasingly unnatural. It began as a natural process, but with the use of pesticides, domestication of animals, and the industrialization of agriculture, it has shifted towards an unnatural state. This shift has had a huge influence on our perceptions of nature. Increased human interference with things in nature, like plants and animals, has led to the term natural being more widely defined as things untouched or unaltered by humans. This is why most people think of nature in the Midwest as being trees, lakes, and wild animals. These are the parts of nature that tend to exist without human interference.
By analyzing the food of our culture and where it comes from, it is easy to see why we as humans tend to think of nature as being separate from ourselves.